Hey guys, welcome back.
Back, baby.
Back again.
Let's talk.
It's been a while since we've been together. We actually recorded the LeBron Jordan a month ago.
Yeah,
it was a while ago.
Then the other one a couple weeks ago. So we haven't really seen each other in a while. So
no.
That was a new year. Let's just kind of go back and see.
Knock it off right.
Yeah. See how much we've grown and what's been new in the whole year.
How your New Year's resolution going? It's been 2 days in.
Pretty. I mean, I haven't done anything, so it's been pretty good. Yeah. We did. Yesterday we started off the travel ball baseball team practice.
Nice.
Had some. I just gonna be 60 degrees, so I was like, hey, let's practice today. So, and if you could make it, you can make it. If you couldn't, you couldn't. No big deal. So we had about 5 or 6 show up. It was pretty cool.
Good deal.
Stephen Williams and Hannah got engaged. There are cases on the team, so that's pretty cool.
How about that?
In the last year, Matthew's become a pastor of a church.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
That happened. Yeah. A lot happened with that. A lot of fun things happened with that one.
So a lot of them people out there don't know that we all go to the same church together. We go to the Bridge in Geraldine, Alabama.
Yeah.
And Craig's over the music. Matthew's the pastor, and I don't do anything.
Mikey's the man.
I sit in the back.
But nobody knows. Mikey's the one that makes everybody feel welcome, and he knows everybody's name.
Not no more. It's getting weird. There's people coming in I don't know no more.
But you still go shake their hands.
I do.
You still go like the other day. You scared that woman.
I did scare that woman.
What are you doing?
She's not been there in a while, so I had to go. She was in your music. She was like focused in.
Yeah.
She was.
Mikey went and touched her magic.
I didn't know. I didn't know if anybody said hey to her, so I just had to step in.
Good job.
Kelly and Craig got married last year.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's been. I guess I'm the only one that had nothing big happen.
Yeah, nothing big happen.
Yeah. Maybe you have. Let me think.
I don't know.
I remember. When did you get your house? Because it seemed like you were waiting on that for 37 years.
Was that last year? Last year.
Okay.
Yeah, because we got in it last winter. That was.
This was your first full year in it. So.
Yeah, it was. It's been a great year. It really has. It's been one of my best years. I think
this was a good year.
Financially, I've made more money and lost more money in the stock market than ever. Family-wise, I feel we've grown closer. Of course, the Bridge just came closer as a family, I believe.
I think so.
As a church. It's not as cliquish. I guess you got people just kind of coming in, and instead of standoffish, people were coming in and just jumping up right in.
At the end of the day, every church has cliques.
It's just people who don't.
It just seems like our church has cliques, but they try to make the effort to not have the clique while they're inside the building.
I think going through the pastor change too kind of united the whole group that's there. I think as it'll grow, it'll click again.
Yeah, it will.
You'll have your own, but right now everyone's kind of
well, it's just not
on the same page.
When you start a new church from scratch, you brought some over, but at the same time, it's like you don't have that foundation that was there for centuries, for decades and decades, right. and everybody's kind of brand new, and everybody's just kind of mingling in together what they feel. I mean, like Scotty and Ariel, man, they jumped right in there, and everybody just took them up.
Great. They're great.
Everybody, it's just a.
But no, 2022 has been a good year though.
Has been.
I mean, it's like football season was good. I mean, Kentucky sucked, but football season was good.
Yeah. I didn't watch football this year after Auburn lost the first 7 or 8.
Auburn sucked.
Yeah, so we was out.
I mean, Georgia's good.
Georgia. And we all missed the Michigan game. Way to go, guys.
Gosh,
yeah,
we suck.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely didn't see that happening, but I definitely didn't see Ohio State giving Georgia all that either.
But Michigan, they had the touchdown ripped from them. That was a touchdown.
That was a touchdown.
Yes, it was.
That was a touchdown.
It was.
And they get down there on the 1 yard line, and we're going to run a double reverse past the quarterback. That's
my thing was they even showed on the Michigan game that they put them like 4 yards back to where the ball should have been, and then where they threw that pass, they stopped them at the 1. But if they put the ball where it's supposed to be, that's a touchdown no matter what.
Well, the ball's in his own anyway.
Oh yeah,
his knees on the 1. That means the ball is across the line of scrimmage.
It's horrible.
It was bad. That was very, very bad. And they reviewed it too. Is what killed me. That was an easy touchdown.
Oh, everyone on
they hate Harbaugh.
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
They hate him.
That's it.
And I like. And,
It's a conspiracy. Another one.
Hey,
Conspiracies everywhere.
Jim
Rain
Harbaugh conspiracy theory.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's all I saw on Facebook all weekend was is college football rigged.
Well, it doesn't matter. Vegas won both of them, right? Because the point spread. Neither one of them hits point spread.
Sometimes I wonder if football's rigged in general. I was waiting for the Vikings to come back again.
Yesterday.
Yeah,
There was no clock.
Are they going to do it again? 41-0. Are they going to come back? They got 3 minutes.
After Kirk Cousins' third interception,
Oh,
second pick six, it was over. And we was watching because Strip loves Justin Jefferson.
I like
Okay.
And when the guy did the dance,
Oh
on
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like Tripp's like, he's gonna get him back. He's gonna get him back.
Justin Jefferson about hit the referee with his helmet too.
And he had one catch for like 15 yards. That was it. He got,
shut down.
Yeah,
But they did
That
double
entire team
double
got
coverage.
shut down.
Yeah.
Packers will be in the playoffs.
Well, they will.
What they got to do? Win the next
And-
game?
And the Buccaneers will be in the playoffs.
Buccaneers are in.
Yeah, Buccaneers are in.
They've clinched.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Isn't that
I
ridiculous?
think the Packers got to win this week. If the Packers win, they're in.
Yeah.
But I think they play Detroit though. So,
Well, Detroit's.
Well, that's
but Detroit's in the
probably
race
game,
too.
So
Yeah, Detroit's in. If Detroit wins, they possibly can get into.
I mean, it's insane that freaking Tampa Bay made it in the playoffs this year.
as bad as they are. Yeah,
They're horrible.
and they'll make a run too. You might say.
Watch them make it to the Super Bowl.
And I picked the
Which that's
Vikings.
fine because I picked Tampa Bay to win it all. So
I picked the Vikings, and they'll lose the first round.
you're probably right.
right.
So will the Cowboys.
who did I pick? The Titans.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I
are
don't
they going to
think-
make it to the playoffs?
I don't think
I
you
don't
got a
think so.
chance. I think you're out.
I thought the Bears were going to be good this year too.
That was your sleeper team.
Yeah, and they've won
The
3
Bears.
games. They're still sleeping.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they did.
San Francisco's good though.
They're good.
McIntyre.
San Francisco's really
But I
good.
said McIntyre.
They're on their
Christian McCaffrey.
longest
Yeah.
winning streak
They're good.
in the franchise history.
Brock Purdy, Iowa State.
Lock.
I told y'all guys.
Yes.
You're right.
Iowa State.
You're right.
Team.
I'm telling you, I think this will be the most interesting playoffs we've had in a while.
So if
With the Bills and the Kansas City and
Yeah.
Cincinnati,
runs through AFC,
the
baby.
Philadelphia Eagles, Cowboys. I mean, heck, that whole entire the Cowboys, Eagles,
Redskins,
and Giants. We all thought that was going to be the worst one, and that's probably the best one.
Well,
Because, heck, the Commanders, or whatever you want to call them, they're in the hunt for the playoffs, too. That means all 4 of them make the playoffs.
but every year when the NFL schedules, they go off your season ending last year.
Right.
So their schedule was weaker
Yeah.
than everybody else's, besides the Cowboys. So they played each other.
Yeah.
So there's some weak opponents. Then they played the weaker of everybody else. So that does. help
See,
you
it
have
wouldn't
a-
shock me like if Philadelphia and Minnesota get put out first round.
Yeah, because if Jalen's not full speed,
Yeah, I mean,
because
I could
Jalen's
see
better
it.
than Tua.
Is Jalen going to be
Yeah.
back for the playoffs?
Yeah, he should be.
Okay.
Looked like you was about to have to say something right there,
I
man.
was just saying Jalen's better than Tua. We already had a discussion a couple weeks ago.
What did I say? Tua was better?
So
I don't
listen,
remember.
You got to keep up with our podcast because there's always going to be a fuss later on about a later podcast.
All right, look, I think
Mikey
Tua
was
is
saying
done.
that Jalen was going to get drafted even if he sat on the bench
think
at
he would
Alabama
have.
for 2 years.
No.
I think so.
There's no way.
But a lot of those
I'm
guys
sorry,
that
but there's no way.
A lot of those guys in the COVID years sit out their whole senior year and got drafted.
Yeah, but
There's 2 opinions against
They
one.
put up-
Kelly was watching that one. She's like, "Are you guys getting mad?" It's like, "No, we're not getting mad."
see, they put up those people that set out the whole year were already projected to be drafted anyways.
Yeah, and Jalen was too. He was projected to get drafted out of freshman year. So
Yeah,
he was already
but-
saying he's probably the best quarterback. Same thing with
Jalen,
Tua.
I need you to watch this podcast and comment. Do
Yes.
you think you would have been drafted if you had not gone to Oklahoma?
He's already watched it. He texted me. He said,
I don't
I've
think
been
he would
drafted.
have.
Well, we need him to comment so we can see it.
Oh, you ain't got to. You just have a word for it.
I don't know if
I
you
go to your
guys
church.
noticed,
You don't
but
believe me?
there seems to be like a pull. People want me to get that gift certificate for the tattoos.
I seen
I've been seeing it in the
I
comments.
seen 2 comments. I got a comment, then I got another comment from Kelly. I was like, there it is. There it is.
Yeah,
and we
I
still
think,
got to get that. We got to get that
We gotta
200
get 200,
subscribers.
yeah.
How many we at right now?
We need like 22 more.
Oh, well,
20
come
more.
on, people.
Yeah,
It's
not
not
that many more.
any.
Not that
Make
many more.
2023 a great year.
But it's been
I'll
busy.
jump in the pool.
It's been busy.
We're gonna have to wait till it gets colder.
And I also found out I got
Pool
it.
looks pretty green though.
It is. It's we had
They
to
come
get
out
that
as the
thing.
Hulk.
We took everything out, the filters and everything. I have a great, the Kentucky quarterback
Yeah,
draft
yeah.
thing. I got a great bet for that.
Okay, what is it?
Well, Ben Shapiro, Michael Knowles do a contest, and the winner writes
Oh
like
my gosh.
a thing you have to do on the podcast
Okay.
about the other person. Like you got to read it word for word.
Oh my gosh. So pretty much just talking about you,
Well,
how great you are. And
Yes. our basketball games.
Who writes it? You write it or I write it?
I write the one for me, and you write.
So all I need is, see, I'm not gonna lie. I was confident going into this 2 weeks ago.
We bet on Kentucky's quarterback, which is his name
Will Levis, being the first quarterback
chosen, and I said he wouldn't.
Now this is just me.
He still got hope.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, I was really confident going into this that Will Levis was going to be the first quarterback taken off the board.
He did great in the bowl game, by the way.
And he didn't play. So he didn't play in the bowl game, so then that hurt him. Now then, here's what I think hurts. I don't even think Bryce Young's first quarterback. I think it's Ohio State's.
Okay, but
the way he played against Georgia, I think he just won the first
quarterback and Bryce Young second. So yours is going to be... I'll go ahead and
write it up. Here's the thing. It just depends on the combine, really.
You want me to throw your name in there too? You want me to give you some good hints too?
Might as well.
Okay. All we need is a good combine out of Will Levis, and people are going to be like, man, look at that arm. He's 6'6". He's got a strong arm. I mean, he fits the quarterback for the NFL.
And he could
because Bryce Young's like 6 foot.
Right.
First round
and we're learning that 6 foot quarterbacks, I mean, they're good, but...
Yeah, Drew Brees is horrible.
I'm talking about now. I mean,
like Russell Wilson.
Like Russell Wilson. Kyler Murray's out. I mean, he's all right. He's about the only one. God, but he's ruining it now.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like Brady. I mean, he just.
How about Jared Stidham?
What about
getting him a starting game?
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was in the league.
I didn't either. He wasn't Patriots.
Almost beating my 49ers.
Right.
That was a rough. I was like,
it's about time. He's a good quarterback.
Good job, Jared Stidham.
So, what's some stories we've had in the last year that interest you? We had the Twitter files. What I was thinking of, one of the top things that came back to me is that we can finally start making fun of all the COVID stuff. Saturday Night Live's making skits about it, and
so it's about time we can make fun of it.
You can start coming out and say, okay, the CDC.
We over-exaggerated.
We overreacted, and we said stuff that wasn't quite true, and so now you can say it out loud.
Everyone died from the flu, and it wasn't COVID.
I mean,
so all the stuff that we were saying during COVID
is come out.
Where we were just a whole bunch of tinfoil hat wearing quacks.
It's true now.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not like. I mean, everybody wants to say it was the left and right. They was saying it too. Joe Rogan's been saying it since the beginning.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not like it's just like everybody knows this stuff. But if you say it in like Twitter, well, we know now Twitter was ran by complete left Marxist.
Yeah.
Hope that didn't hurt nothing.
Hope it didn't hurt nothing.
That's my wife calling. She's like, "What are you doing? You want some food?" I know what she's doing. Let me bring you something home.
She knows we're on air.
She cares.
I hadn't told her.
Oh, we need that red light silence.
Yeah. But Matthew, if you don't mind,
Matthew, you can go off and yell at people.
Text
You're the only one that has a phone.
Text my wife. We using our phones.
Yeah.
So what's some of the stories of the last year that you think just top stories of the year?
I don't know. I don't have a good long memory. Unless people bring it up. The only story I can think of is Kelly's been following those Idaho murders for the last couple of weeks.
Yes, that's
been driving me nuts.
It's very interesting, though.
Yeah. I don't have any idea. I just know I'm trying to go to sleep, and she's listening to TikToks of Idaho murders.
Well, I actually looked at it. It was last week. I was finding stuff, some podcasts, and it popped up, and it was like 2 or 3 series. And, I like those where there's 2 or 3 different podcasts about the same thing. And I got into it, and I was like, wow, I didn't even know about it. I mean, I try not to watch too much of the news.
Right.
And, but it's very interesting.
The other night, when you got snowed in, we were like, we need to turn on the weather. And we're like, what channel? Where's the weather at? Where's the news? We're like, we have no idea.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I never watch the news. I don't even know. I just know CBS.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what time the news comes on. I couldn't tell you the last time I sat down and looked at the weather on the TV because I just look at it on my phone.
I don't watch it at home. I get because I'm on the road and I do listen and stuff. All my news comes from stuff during the day. So when I get home,
it's almost like I look at my news on social media.
Yeah, but that's what everybody does, and that's why you kind of, if you get your wrong news from the wrong place.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you got to watch it because.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's snowing in Bigton, Alabama. No, it's not snowing. It's a blizzard.
And people put something on social media that looks official, and it's a total fake report.
Yeah, that's what they. some of the stuff, different. What was something said the other day? It was, looked official, and some guy was saying this. Oh, it was about Sterling. Was it Sterling sent us?
Oh, he sent us the Russell Wilson got traded to the.
I got it. There we go. Got it.
No, it was. I thought you sent that.
No, I'm talking about on the the Christian thing. You're not on that.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I'm not on that. Sorry,
we'll let you. It's one about
there was one about
Yeshua,
the preacher.
The name of Yeshua, and you can't use
the
it.
TikTok guy.
And that Jesus said that.
Yeah.
You have to use my name. Of course, Jesus never said that. Jesus said, "I always give glory to God. I'm not good. He's good. Only He's good." And it was but it was official. I mean, it went through and it had so many followers and stuff. And if you follow people like that, you'll just believe what he says and not even look up what that.
It's easy to convince people of anybody. I mean, you have a whole book with 66 books inside of it, and who knows how many verses, and you use 3 verses out of this whole book to make your point, and be like, point proven.
Yeah.
But you leave out all these other verses that contradict your point.
Yeah.
It's really easy to.
Oh no. Well, that's what I used to call dot to dot scripture, because that's what I was taught. You could take this scripture in Exodus and take this scripture in Matthew and take this one in Revelation and use the Revelation one, which is the most scrutinized book in the Bible, to bonify the other two. So you're using scripture we don't have a clue what it's talking about to use to describe what these two mean. No, you use these two to get that.
And it's easy if you're just videoing yourself saying, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so, and putting out these 3 verses. It's not a communication where someone said, hey, what about this one here? I mean,
and we have that a lot, though. When you can say something, when you get questioned, you don't have no answer for it.
Well, and it's like, and people do it. Like Jake was saying, once you bring something up that totally makes their point invalid, they're like, erase comment. Block person,
Well, and Jake Evans, we love you to death, but you just wrote a 17-page
copy and paste.
Yeah, copy and paste book. I'm not reading, but the first paragraph, like, Jake,
Yeah, but he probably spent 13 hours.
He did.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up with that, then saving it in his notes for later.
He just needs to have a book. He needs to put all those copy and paste.
He needs to write a book.
He's got it.
He could write a book.
He does.
Just copy and paste
it into a book, publish it.
Yeah.
I think that's what he needs to do for 2023 is write a book.
Yeah, we call it out. There's your
resolution. Write a book.
Yeah.
Or just paste it together.
Yeah, you could paste a book.
In the middle of all of it, just put your comments. Well, this also means.
And I know he has time because he's all the time messaging in all these groups and stuff.
Well, he's off work. He has a school work schedule, so he's off every holiday for 2 weeks. And,
oh, wow.
Yeah. He's been off since November 3rd. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly.
He had Thanksgiving, then he had Christmas. And he probably had 7 vacations. He was at Disneyland.
Oh, yeah. The life of Jake Evans.
No, it's rough. It's
very rough.
Disneyland.
But he does have nothing but girls at the house, so.
That's rough.
Yeah.
It's going to get even rougher soon.
Oh, you wait.
Yeah.
He's got Brooke. Brooke's
and
great.
Flo coming times 3. Attitude. Sweet.
I think Brooke has it worse. Jake's kind of got the attitude.
So, do you think people are rolling into... I still see it, and I see it every year. 2020 we had that COVID year, and everyone's like, oh, can't wait for this year to be over. Like, I don't think they're between December 31st and January 1st, there's going to be some wall, some divide that the whole world changes, but it seems to be that way. People are still saying, oh, man, I'm ready for the next year, ready for the next year. I think 2022 is a good year.
I do, too.
I think it was a good year.
I do, too.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, think. The greatest podcast ever created.
Launched.
Yeah.
Launched, and it's been going strong.
Yeah, and it's fixing to be bigger. We have our own studio coming soon.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's growing slow, but it's still the fastest growing podcast in Geraldine, Alabama.
Yeah, in DeKalb.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't know anyone who's got a bigger one.
To the moon.
I know, and we got Randall Johnson and Lori shouted us out on Facebook.
Look at that.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, well, we shouted them out first, but they re-shouted us out.
Well, we just shouted them again.
Hey.
Yeah.
So,
who can shout louder?
Right.
We got reconnected with the Scotts, Sammy Scott and Joey Scott.
Yeah.
They got that going. Rose Tide guys.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Look at you.
We're in that chat, and Joey Scott's super silent.
He is.
And I noticed, you might be a redneck if the only time you pipe up on a chat is when you're talking about country music and Alabama football, and then he pipes in. So no, it's Copenhagen. Copenhagen, country music and Alabama football. Sorry, Joey.
I love it.
You do sound like cornbread.
I got him a job at UPS, so he's had to work through the holidays.
Yeah.
Because usually he's been he's been a paramedic, and he's also been he lays tile and stuff, like ceramic tile, and he does flooring and all that stuff.
Flooring's a rough.
Yes.
Man.
So, but when it comes Christmas time, you can kind of schedule how you want to. He can take off. Not with UPS, baby. UPS is full season at Santa Claus
Always
time.
got something to do.
Santa Claus.
Yeah. So he got a taste of it this year. Way to go, Joey. Matthew, what about you this year? What's the?
I'm trying to think what all happened in 2022. I mean, probably
That's pretty good.
I don't really know. I mean, a lot of things happened in 2022 that were good.
Just don't know any of them.
I mean, there's only been a few that's had like big time changes in my life, but it feels like the whole entire year has been really, really great because it's really not been a big downfall. I guess leaving out me becoming a pastor, because we've talked about that enough. Probably the greatest thing that happened this year was crap, I don't know.
You almost beat me in tennis one day.
Yeah, I did almost do
Almost. You didn't though. Do you think it's a good thing that
I don't really know. This year's been a good year, but there's not really been like a bunch of big standout things.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do you think it's a good thing that there's nothing like, because we had the COVID year and you had the coming back from COVID year, it was still bad, and you had to shut down again. You think it's good that we don't have?
I think it's good.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not like
Gas prices came back down.
a
It's
little
been
bit.
a good year.
I mean, I guess because the past 2 years have made me, I guess, think of the bad.
Yeah.
And this year really not been that bad.
Yeah.
So it's just been like,
But you don't have any good either. You just. But
I forget a lot.
Yeah.
Like, Kelly went through her camera roll the other day, and she was like, there was so much stuff that happened this past year that were good times, and it's like, I just forgot about it from, just having fun, maybe bowling, or we went to Mobile for a wedding, or just little stuff and little places we end up going throughout the years, and people we spent different, you forget about those one day here and one day there that were just fun moments that you got to live,
You think that's a we're so busy. I mean, I have to have a schedule. I'm real good with just going and having 2 or 3 things. I'm multitasking, but I never do stop and relax the good things.
No, that's right.
So even with the beach or something, I'm always like, okay, well, we got to get this done. Got to do this tonight. We got to go eat. We're going to eat. You try to plan out so much that instead of just going
watching that clock, we got to pack up by blah to make it here by blah. We got to stop this by blah to make it here by blah, and it's always And
that's what I want to do. And like even
instead of enjoying yourself in that moment, you're focusing on, okay, I got to get through this moment because I got that next one coming that I've got to get to.
Yeah, and I'm going to enjoy that one. When you get there, because you're too busy. And
it's like, man, I can't wait to go to sleep.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I got to go to bed because you got to get ready for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I think that Jesus said, tomorrow we're by itself. You get stuff today. Enjoy the day.
That's true.
Yeah, so I do. That's what my New Year's resolution was: enjoy every day. And I did that the other day. I was on the route, and instead of, because usually I'm like, I gotta go.
That was last year, Mikey. It's a New Year's resolution.
Well, it was kind of the same thing. I was already putting it into play, practicing it up.
There you go.
You got to practice for the season starts, right?
That's right. So unless you're Allen Iverson, then you don't have to practice.
Yeah, we only talk about the game.
So I did that the other day. I was like slowed down and got to talk to some people. And since where I work, I get a good bit of presents and stuff. So I was getting loaded up with some people. Like I delivered to Bryant during Christmas, then I went back to Higdon, and the Higdon people wasn't going to give my present to the guy who filled in for me. Christmas.
Oh yeah,
so that saved us. I was hoping I'd see you, so it was bringing me stuff.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I got one lady out there. She's not doing real good health wise, and one day she was not doing good, and she told me how bad she was feeling. So I went to the store. All we got out there is dollar store. So I went to the dollar store, got her some flowers, and brought it back to her. So she got me a present and stuff, but it's like, you can't do that. But just somebody, somebody who's down on her luck, and she's an older lady, and just you see that, and I've been out there for like 10 years now, so I have a relationship with the people, and that's stuff like that's fun. You get to go and get to go in the house and know them, but you see them on the porch every day, and every time I come up on the porch to give to her, she can't get up sometimes, and she'll just wave. And
No, but a few minutes of conversation over the course of 10 years, you get to know somebody.
Yeah, and it makes her day, like something like that. Just the UPS guy brings something up, and you
don't know how much interaction they have with anybody else, really.
And it makes them smile. I want to make some people smile. If you make them smile, they're going to have a better day, then they can make somebody else have a better day, and it'll trickle on down. So let's make the world a better place. Make somebody smile every day.
Yeah.
Yep, that's my motto.
Yeah, I know it is.
yeah. Nearest exit.
Well, Matthew sends out a text to people every week, and I was doing that. Just random people like on Facebook that, not random, but people because your Facebook friends on my page is people I've known forever. Just every once in a while, somebody you hadn't talked to in 5 years, send them a message and say, "Man,
I don't do it, but it's important. I think I've got one gentleman, Larry McQuiston.
Yeah.
And I'll wake up, and I don't know what he does so early in the morning, but he's awake. And I'll wake up, and I'll have a text from him, and it's just at random times. And it's usually when I need it the most.
Yeah.
Just some little random text from him that I got at like 5 in the morning, and it changes the whole outlook of the morning.
Makes you think, God, just that little God image, and it's like, I'm still important. Go through the day. And,
some little things.
Yeah.
No, it just helps having, I guess somebody thought about you.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, okay, well.
I did that one time. I messaged a guy. He didn't respond.
I know, right?
Yeah, he probably just thought, this is creepy.
Yeah, what a jerk. He's doing something.
Yeah.
And today, even today, though, I'm like, I feel like you think the worst of people first.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately,
so
bad.
So you kind of like, what's he up to? Why is he being nice to me? There's something, he wants something in return,
Yeah.
And it's scary not to want to. And I wanted to think I usually do think the best of somebody first, but it's got me in trouble before too. So now you start.
It does. Naturally, I'll trust people.
Yeah.
I'm too trusting for people, and then once I get screwed over by that person, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah.
There's no forgiveness there. Well, maybe there's forgiveness, but I won't trust you again.
Yeah, right.
So is that really forgiveness?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess it's more of, I think you forgive, but it doesn't mean you have to
lock it out hard up.
You don't have to. You don't have to give them anything. You gave them forgiveness. You don't have to give them anything beyond that.
So it's hard. Because you can get yourself in a bind just being too trusting and too.
Well, me and Amy's the complete opposite. Like, we go somewhere and I'm the guy's on the side, with a can, homeless, whatever. I'm the guy that'll go give you money.
And Amy's like, he's making $300 a day with that can.
Amy's that guy. She's that girl. So there's always like
tax-free money, baby.
Yeah.
And Amy's real good about. She can read some. I'm like, it ain't up to me. I don't care what he does with it. I'm gonna
right.
And I do it like even with fast food workers. A lot of times that they're getting hammered and nobody appreciates them at all. I'll give them a tip. It's just because you give your waitresses a tip sometimes. And I gave one this morning and my order was wrong. So taking it back next time I come up there.
I left some money here. Can y'all give that back?
Yeah, I gave you a tip. It was wrong. I ordered a bacon biscuit with sausage.
So now we're in 2023. Now we're in 2023. Do y'all see the job industry changing any? Like, people are going to start working in 2023, or is it going to get worse?
I'm a doubter. I think it's going to get worse. I'm not an economics guru, but when you're on the borderline of a recession, actually was in a recession because you renamed it something else. But we was in a recession, in the very start of a recession, and we just keep printing money, and we're sending it. And I'm really not for foreign aid so much, and that's going to probably get backlash. But we need people. We need stuff here.
We do need stuff.
Quit printing billions of dollars for Ukraine and everybody else and start getting here.
No, we do need things here, and that might help the workforce if we had some more stuff, because our country's really, really weird. Like, think about what it costs. Okay, so you get a bottom line job at a fast food restaurant, right? So you're working for what, $8 an hour?
No, you're 15.
it is you. Well, no, they're not all at 15.
No,
some of them may be.
Yeah, a lot
some
of them
may be.
Yeah,
but they're getting a little bit higher, which maybe they should be. You're paying $10, $12 now for a hamburger meal.
Yeah,
right.
So,
but that's increased due to
Well,
Wage
back and forth. I mean, 30 years ago, you could work for an hour at a McDonald's and buy 4 Big Mac meals.
Yeah.
Now you work for an hour at McDonald's and you can buy 1 Big Mac meal.
Right.
So what's going on? Has the Big Mac gotten better?
No. The price, it's inflation. Every time we go up and we have more money out there, money goes up. Of course, the wages didn't go up with it.
No, the wages haven't gone up with it. And then you get these employees that, okay, so now they're going to work at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Well, if they work full-time at McDonald's is what we need. We need some full-time workers here. Well, then they make too much money to get all these government benefits that they're on.
Right.
So they lose their food stamps and they lose their this and their that and their this and their this and all their help that they're getting. So they don't want to work those hours.
Right.
So then the problem is you pay them more. Well, then they want to work less hours.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just weird. It's just...
They want just enough money to get by. And then, but if we didn't have all the government subsidy, benefits,
You'd have to get rid. They'd have to work more.
you have to work more. Then that's where it comes in. Is like
It's like which way do you go here?
you rely, but we have so many people taking advantage of the government benefits. Is what
You
it
do.
is. So if you could figure out, instead of giving the IRS
Well, then turn the
2,000 more
page.
people,
If we're not throwing millions and billions of dollars
Yes.
in foreign aid, then we can give everyone in America health insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That changes the ball game. You can give everyone in America
Right.
these certain things instead of just
Yeah, exactly.
the poor, because
yeah, you get, but
or the illegal immigrants that you're giving it to,
No,
or
that's
sending
right.
your money overseas. It's
but to give it instead of, but when you give everybody insurance, does not mean you're over the medical field. Government does not need oversee
no.
because that's one thing that a lot of Canada and stuff. It's like, well, we're paying for this stuff and we're not paying you for that. And I know a lot of things that prices are too high, but when a medical doctor goes to school for 10 years and now you're going to pay him a certain amount of money, then I'm not going to go to medical school. Your doctor is going to go down. Then the ones that do go to medical school, you're not going to get the best doctors because they're going to go to another field.
It's all too high, but it's not just the doctor that's making that money. I mean, the piece of equipment that they have to have that the hospital's paying for,
Yeah.
it's overpriced. The hospital's getting raped on having to buy that stuff because they're the only man. It's, and so that cost ends up coming down to us.
But I mean, if I made an
be
MRI
honest,
machine,
I'm not smart enough to figure out what the economics of our country needs to be. I just am opinionated enough to know that I don't like where it's at.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Well, it's just that what you've done is the government has overextended the debt ceiling. We know that, and every time we have, we're too far in debt, we'll just raise the ceiling up. Well, that's not making anybody spend less. You can spend all you want to. You can print all you want to.
Yeah.
But that's just going to make everything higher. I mean, like Christmas this year. I mean, all the stuff we buy now, I got older kids, is more expensive. And used to, when I was a kid, $100 for spend on a kid. Now, I mean, Ian's computer was $1,200.
Well, I think we may have talked about this before too. I mean, Christmas isn't what it used to be.
No.
I remember now kids get in everything every day. I mean, they have all the stuff.
Right.
They see all the stuff. They want all the stuff. They get all the stuff. Christmas is just a day of getting more. I mean, you see it. Kids are opening stuff, and I remember we opened a present and we set that thing aside, and it was precious.
It's precious, yeah.
And you open the next one, and you're stacking it next to your other precious thing. And when Christmas is done, you're grabbing your little pile of precious things, and you're taking it up to the room to put them all in their place. Your new stuff, because you're not getting anything else.
That's right.
Until your birthday.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now
you just throw it on the
it's
bed.
just like, thanks, next.
Yep.
We've created a mentality of almost,
So I remember like
gimme,
growing up as
gimme,
a
I
kid.
deserve this.
I remember growing up as a kid. It didn't happen much, but whenever it did happen, it was like, man, this is awesome. Like Dad would come home and he'd have 4 candy bars,
Right.
and it's like, okay, Mom, pick one. All right, Tyler, pick one. Then I picked one, and then Dad just got left with it. Nobody else wanted. That didn't happen much, but whenever it happened, we were like, oh my gosh, candy bar.
Yeah.
We'd go to Dunkin' Donuts after church every other month, maybe, and my dad would get six donuts.
Right.
And there was 6 of us in the family, and we each got 1 donut Sunday night after church, and it was like, man, this is
great.
where it's at right now.
We
all got excited, like,
Yes.
it's pulling into Dunkin'. I remember being a kid, like, I wonder if we're gonna go tonight.
Yes.
But we didn't.
And you didn't say nothing either,
You didn't say nothing.
No, it's not like I
didn't
want to
beg. Like,
It wasn't like, we're not going to Dunkin'.
Yes.
It's like
I remember we went to
you knew better. It's like,
whenever Dad pastored a church up in Outer, every
It's
single
that
day
belt.
we'd come home.
Yeah.
we'd come through Rainsville and we'd be like, man, I really hope we go to McDonald's.
Yeah.
But those days we went to McDonald's, it was like, yes.
Yeah, big excitement.
But it didn't happen much. And now it's like,
and we didn't eat out. I remember the reason we eat out on Thursday nights because they got paid on Friday, and back then you wrote checks. And if you wrote a check, they didn't run through for like 3 or 4 days. So we was out of food, we was out of money. So on Thursday we'd go to Hardee's because they took a check. So we went there and they could hold the check for 3 days. And they got the money and put it in the check account. So that's what you done.
I would have never thought about that. But then there was someone told me once, and I never did it either. But if you use, maybe if it was red ink on the check, it would take a whole nother day.
Really?
To like clear through. I mean, I've never done this, but these are things I remember hearing, and I forgot all about it until you said that.
Yeah,
maybe at Walmart, because people would buy their groceries, same thing, before payday, and they'd write a check, and it's like, and if you use red ink, it takes an extra day for them to cash it, so you can actually buy your groceries on Wednesday instead of Thursday.
Wow. Not bad.
Yeah. But you say, well, go with the president stuff. Nobody does that. Everybody has
oh my gosh,
a bunch of stuff.
Yes.
You have this influence, and you have, and that's why somebody was talking the other day about people coming over here, foreigners coming over here, and said the people who is from somewhere else come over here are like so thankful for being here because they see the poor people are fat.
Right.
Over there, the poor people are just dying because of starvation. And he said it's such a weird thing. You talk about you're a slob over here, and you have nothing, and you're poor, but you're just overweight. You have a abundance of food.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, and the people that live here, like you said a while ago, your thing was like you deserve Christmas presents. We don't. No. We have a whole different understanding of stuff. It's a gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
I remember growing up, we were given one big present, and then after that, it was just like little knickknacks.
Yeah.
Underwear.
Yeah, just stuff
and a
like
jacket.
That. Yes.
And socks.
Stuff that you needed.
Yeah.
And a new pair of pants.
Yes.
It was like,
and then you got
Christmas
that one
time
toy.
was when you got that one toy.
Yes. And you were like, yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's like 4,000 toys.
I think 2023
one T-shirt.
need to be more thankful.
That's what I was about to say. I need to
it's
be
not
more
just
thankful.
kids. I'm spoiled too.
No, I am
It's
too.
like I am the meme. What do I buy my husband for Christmas? He buys everything he wants when he wants
No,
it.
that's
That's
me.
me. I want it.
That's
I buy
me.
it.
yeah.
That's
I
me.
want it. Amazon, baby.
I mean, Katie will come home. She's like, "You got another pair of shoes? Maybe."
Yep.
And it's like, do I need that? No. I just do it.
I don't buy. I mean, I just make sure. I don't even know how much money we have. Amy does all that stuff. I work.
I guess this year I
I
want
get
to
money out for me. Then I give her.
I want to get to the point where I give more. I guess instead of